There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? You are listening to Dark Matter Radio with your host, Ronnie. Great Grand Rising to us all. Sio, Ganashi, JS Esdasi. We are friends, so let it be. Welcome to Dark Matter Radio, and I thank you all for joining me here today. This will be a very quick program. Just wanted to get in there, something that we've been reporting for quite some time, which is about the weather. About 2 weeks ago, we had put out there that there was a great situation that happened during the time of the Great Alignment, and where the satellites were blocked out for about 8 hours, as there was a giant flare or energy stream coming from the sun. Unknown what it was, but we do know that it was big, it was large, and it happened for anywhere from 8 to 10 hours long, which is an extremely long time for something like that to be happening. That happened just a few days before Christmas. So usually what happens when these things happen, it takes anywhere between 2 days, a week, maybe a little bit more before the energy waves from the sun comes here to the earth. We're expecting a lot of different things from happening. So all around the world, there's been earthquakes, weird type earthquakes coming in from deep from underneath the ground. There's been a lot of weather anomalies that have been happening, and there's also been major blackouts all over the world as well. Unsuspecting blackouts, right? And the weather has been kind of crazy all over the place as well. But now you got to understand, we also been telling you about the Schumann resonance, which is 7.8 or so hertz. And it's been averaging anywhere from 25 hertz all the way up to 150 hertz. And it has peaked over the past couple of weeks upwards to 500 hertz, right? So that's the vibration that's happening all around this planet. Crazy as it may seem. But the Schumann resonance, as you may know now, is It regulates just about everything inside of your system. We are regulated to the Earth's vibration, and that vibration is so high that we are now beginning to start vibrating at a very much higher rate. Something is being cleansed from the Earth. These low vibrational situations are going to have a very hard time surviving in the very high vibrational fields that are happening right now. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people on the earth right now are feeling headaches, they're getting dizzy, lots of depression, they're being disorientated, lots of different things that are happening right now. People don't know the direction that they're going. A lot of people are confused. Lots of worry in people's brains because they are not functioning the same. And they're also not functioning the same, again, because the carbon-12, carbon-7 situation that's going on, where these particles are coming in from either deep outer space or from a reprogrammed sun that is changing every single carbon atom on the face of the Earth. We know these things to be scientifically true, and if you've been following Dark Matter Radio, you know it as well, because we've put all of the information that's out there. So now what's happening is that there has been something that's just now hit the airwaves. I just now got it from the weather and radar, and what's happening is that there is a sudden stratospheric warning. The U.S. to experience extreme weather soon. When I say the U.S., I'm talking about North America. Now, there has been a 100-degree Fahrenheit temperature increase in the Arctic during the last week as of January. Yes, you heard that right. 100-degree Fahrenheit temperature increase in the Arctic during the first week of January. And not quite at the surface, but it happened about 18 miles up, which is fairly close from the Earth's surface. Temperatures this year of the atmosphere, called the stratosphere, went from minus 110 Fahrenheit to minus 10 Fahrenheit in a matter of days. This sudden stratospheric warming, this rapid warming, is called sudden stratospheric warming, SSW. And it is crazy. So atmospheric temperatures in the North Pole is, as you know, quite radical and cold around this time of the year. And because all layers of the atmosphere are connected and ultimately impact us at the surface, this sudden temperature increase, could trigger extreme weather across lower latitudes, sometimes as far south as the southern portions of the United States, in some subtropical regions. That means as far down as Texas, all the way down in Alabama, and as far down as Mobile, Alabama, caressing the panhandle of Florida and Georgia. It is insane what is happening now. So as the temperature warms in the atmosphere, it breaks the very strong polar vortex, which is usually centered over the North Pole. The warming spreads through the clouds into the lower levels of the atmosphere. The break causes the vortex to weaken, breaking the jet stream in more undulations across the world. These amplified north-south undulations tend to bring extreme weather for different parts of the world. The regions under high pressure will usually get very warm and very dry weather. Areas under low, usually part of one of the broken off polar vortex, will have extremely cold and wintry condition. At times, when there is low pressure on one side of the world, there is high pressure on the other side of the world. On December 28th, Mongolia marked an unofficial highest pressure ever recorded on Earth, 1,093.5 HPA. By the last day of the year, there was a new record established in the Antilles Islands for the lowest pressure ever recorded in the Bering Sea. There are times where the blockages happens, and these conditions of either excessively warm temperatures or extremely frigid cold weather stay put for several days at the time. The wild weather starts to happen about 2 to 3 weeks after a sudden warming in the atmosphere. Now, we're expected to have possibly some wild rides. And where can we expect these frigid air and snow to arrive? When can we expect it? Well, 2 to 3 weeks. The biggest question is where. Exactly where will the polar vortex be amplified in the United States? Considering the large area, the broken off low could affect a large region of the U.S. Models show the eastern U.S. has a higher chance for more winter storms to arrive during the second half of this month, which is January 2021. I think we better get ready for a wild ride. It's going to be really, really serious. But all of those that have been listening to Dark Matter Radio and creating their co-creation communities, a lot of people are actually ready for the things that are happening now. And it is a great comfort to know that there are a large portion of the audience that is listening that is ready. Now, if you're in other countries, there's a lot of things that are going on in terms of earthquakes, and deep earthquakes too, and some of them are out in the oceans, which can cause tsunamis, which are very dangerous as well. So I just want you guys out there just to be very, very, very careful. Keep your eyes open. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the news right now in terms of this election. There's going to be a lot more stuff going on in the news, but make sure that you take care of your personal life, take care of your families, make sure you create a safe environment, and be prepared. Be prepared by making sure that you have a safe haven that more than multiple people can go to, maybe multiple families, right? That's one of the reasons why we do create these co-creation communities. Make sure that you have enough water stored up, right? Each person is supposed to drink at least 8 to 6 cups of water a day, which is almost like maybe a liter, 2 liters of water. So make sure that you have enough food, dry food, grains, oatmeals, those kinds of things. Make sure that you have enough canned foods and try to make it, whether or not if it's fresh fruit, not fresh fruit, but canned fruit, beets, things that are going to be kind of healthy for your family to be able to eat. Just make sure that you are ready and prepared. If you haven't, go over to SolarisEnergy.net. Make sure SolarisEnergyAmerica.net. Take a look at their solar suitcases. Make sure that you have something on hand that is going to be able to give you instant power if the grid does go down, because there have been a variety of different types of blackouts over the last few weeks since all of these things have been happening from that alignment that happened in December. It's extraordinary important for you to be able to make sure that you take care of your family very, very well. We never know when hard times or anything like that are going to strike, such as this situation that we're in COVID. So having a co-creation community and linking yourself up with other communities is going to be extremely important for us to be able to survive a lot of these things that are happening now. So when we're experiencing these extreme weathers here in North America, it is very important for us to make sure, whether you're high up north or down towards, the Central Americas, which is all one landmass anyway. Just make sure that you have everything that you need to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're taking your vitamins. Get out there in the sun as much as possible. Even if it's cold, get out there in the sun as much as possible. Allow your body to be able to help make that D and D3 in order for you to be able to have your immune system as highly motivated as possible. We're living in difficult times, and I know a lot of people out there are scared. I know a lot of people out there don't know exactly what to expect from their future. But if you're developing a co-creation community and developing a sustainable type of economy amongst each other, we really don't have to worry too much what's happening with this system that we're in. We can be very rest assured that we're going to be very well in the months to come. There are very good people out there right now that are working with INA as we're changing it into the Americus platform, and we are going to be doing a lot of great things as we are already. So this weather and extreme weather is extremely important for us to really pay attention to. 2 to 3 weeks, we should see exactly what's going to happen. This winter may get very long. This is An Thunder. Ronnie McLean for Dark Matter Radio. Great Grand Rising to us all. Great Grand Rising to us all.